picture on my, oh, it shows me on my phone, but it doesn't show me over here. Maybe I'll just stick to the phone thing.
What's up, people? It's your man, ThaBlackCobra, back once again with the Wheel Life Show. Today, once again, we are going to talk about electric unicycles, one wheels, and all that good stuff. Anything PEV that has to do with the world of electric vehicles. We focus mostly on electric unicycles because those just happen to be our favorites. But there are tons of things to talk about. Tons of events this year that we have coming up, tons of wheels that have been coming out and are coming out currently, as you see. And we're going to talk about all those things. And we're also going to talk to one of this sport's fastest riders and one of our innovators. We got none other than the one and only Roger Hajali is here with us today to talk to us about the world of EUC. Roger, my man, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Cobra, how you doing, my man?
I'm good, man. It is good to see you. And I definitely want to talk about, and I was just telling him right before we started, people, all his history and where he comes from and where he gets all his crazy genius. We're going to talk about that. He's most of you know him if you're in the world of EUC simply because Roger does a lot, not just making and creating things and riding really well, but also to help a lot of people. He's reached out. A lot of people have reached out to him, and he's helped out, and me included. So I appreciate you, Roger. And we're definitely going to talk about some of those things today. In the chat room already, I see we got a bunch of people popping in. We got EV Roller was the first one in the house. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Appreciate you for being in here. We got Sly Dog Strohs in the house. Yeah. Brian Gonzalez finally got to this on time. Watch it live. Nice. Okay. Appreciate you. We got Pele in here. Turbo. That's Turbo, the 3-time winner, ladies and gentlemen, of the Broadway Bomb.
Is Willie Dope in here, or did he just never leave from last time?
Well, Wheelie Dope is in here. He is definitely in the house. He did leave, but he's back again. We got E-Border in here. We got Spartacus in here. What's up? Big boy, fast boy, Nick. What's up, man? Good to see you, buddy. We got Chris Torino is in here. Of course, Wheelie Dope. You know Wheelie Dope's in here. He said, Roger. Rockabye is in here. What's up? E. Simon, what's going on? Good day, mate. E. Simon, my man. Laix in the house. Dawn Champion. Oh, I see you showing off, Roger. Roger's already showing the logo over there. We're definitely going to talk about the Night Riders and what they have to do with the M10 Games coming up. And Kelly Chameleon, what's up, Kelly? It's good to see you back up and about, Kelly. I know you were down and out for the count for a minute, but I've seen some of the videos you've been putting up lately, so it's good to have you back on the wheel, back in the game. Adventures in Gold. All right, so, Roger, we're going to get back and forth with the Jose Juarez. What's up, buddy? But I want to talk to you about your...
Jose is one of us.
Oh, is he? Jose.
Yeah, he is.
What? Jose's a Night Rider? I did not know. Oh, who's this? Pope Rachel or Raquel? Or I'm not sure how you say it, but he says, hey. Amped Electric Games is in the house. Or is that different Pope? Is that Pope?
Well, because there's Pope in Vegas. Is he that Pope?
I don't know. Are you the Pope in Vegas? My man Wilson's in the house. What's up, Wilson? Let's see, Mono Child. Okay, so Roger, I know, and a lot of people haven't made it here yet. A lot of times people tell me that, dang, I missed the show. I wanted to be there. So I'm sure some more people will jump in, but they can watch the playback and get all this crazy information. But I want to know what's crazy to me, because I saw you ride, I saw your time, and I was impressed. I was blown away. And I need to know, how long have you been riding, Roger?
Ooh, I've been riding a long time. My first wheel, I think, gave me tilt back at like 12 miles an hour. And not only that, but it wasn't like a real. There were like I don't know if the nine bots were around then, or it was like an air wheel or something. But I had a cheap Chinese clone of whatever that was. It was, yeah, it was called an Exo Rider.
An
Um,
exo rider. So you were riding
yeah,
before wheels were wheels.
yeah, it was pretty much just because those hoverboards came out. If you remember those things that used
Yep.
to catch fire in airplane cargo
Mm-hmm.
bays and stuff.
I got two of them
So,
here.
so the exact same circuitry, everything for that, except with one wheel that was tall, and that's where the unicycles all came from. And that was the first one I had, and had the same top speed and the same beeps and all that as the hoverboard. So
So, Kelly Chameleon's throwing a little shade over here. She says, Don Champion, Amber Blades is so much faster than you. Just say, okay. All right. There, she's throwing that shade at Don, saying Amber's faster. Okay. I thought she was saying that they're both faster than you. I'm like, I don't think so.
well, no, no, no. Okay, so I will say that in a straight line, Dawn has that craziness that will go. She'll go way past what normal beeps are in the wheel, and the wheel starts like speaking French or something, and she just keeps on going. So,
She
um,
almost died at the Amped Electric Games, and her wheel hit the cutout and coasted for a brief second, and she pulled back, and the wheel came back on, and she didn't die. I
yeah,
don't know
but that's just like
how.
a Tuesday. That's a Tuesday for Dawn.
Amber,
So here,
that was Amber's. I was like, Amber was scared everybody. Scared everybody. Um, so I want to I want to address Rockabye says, how come I only see 4 peeps here? Well, Rockabye, depending on what you're on, I see all the chats, but there are we are, just so you guys know, we are on the ThaBlackCobra YouTube channel, the Amped Electric Games YouTube channel, the ThaBlackCobra Facebook channel, the ThaBlackCobra Twitter feed. So we're in 4 locations at least.
yeah,
So
but here, I'm with you, Rockabye, though. This happens to me every week, and it doesn't, like, sometimes, like, I'm on YouTube on my phone and I see all the chats. I'm on YouTube on my computer and I see what you're seeing. I see Wheelie Dope, I see you, and I see Francisco. So anyway, we'll
well, they're
blame the
all
internet.
here.
Yeah.
Oh, Pele, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Shouts out to Pele for the super chat. He said, if Begode could make a Sherman S suspension EUC with the Begode performance, is that worth waiting for them buying a V13 or the Sherman S now? Well, I can tell you, you're suffering from what we all suffer from, the desire to get everything in one wheel. And unfortunately, it is hard to get everything you want in one wheel. The Sherman S has great suspension, but it doesn't have the balls to the walls performance of a Begode wheel. However, with the recent upgrade to the high speed mode or whatever they unlocked, you can, I understand, you can get 55 out of the wheel, which I think is definitely fast enough. It just, you're not going to get the same range as you're going to get from like the Master Pro. So I don't know that you're going to get a wheel anytime soon that can do everything.
Commander Pro.
Ooh, okay. He says Commander Pro. I'm sorry, I'm not a Commander fan yet. I guess I haven't been bitten by the Commander bug. I hope he's right.
Not a fan of the last Commander, but
Nope.
this one seems like they might have done some stuff right with it.
Yeah. Francisco's in the house. What's up, buddy? Yeah, he took a nice cutout in the cutout tunnel recently and banged himself up. So he's alive and well. Good to know. Yeah, so the Commander Pro has some great properties, it seems. The stats look really good. But I just don't know. because the last one didn't do it for me, I don't know if the next one's gonna do it for me. I guess I'm an optimist, but I'm also a realist, and I kind of wait to see. I get excited and thrilled and like, oh yeah, it's gonna be everything, but at the same time, I'm like, let's see, we'll see. I've been disappointed enough times, but Roger, you really feel that's what's gonna be the one, huh?
You know, I'm still a master addicted kind of rider guy. I'm happy with my masters, and
Mm-hmm.
I will keep riding those as my primary wheels. I got the Master Pro that I still would be happy to get rid of it. Anybody wants to buy it for $3,800? It's yours. I
Master
think I've
Pro.
ridden it. Yeah, ridden it 100 miles.
I need
So
one. I need one. Let's
okay,
talk. I'll take it.
sounds good. You pay for the shipping.
Yeah. Oh damn. Okay.
Maybe somebody drove in from the Northeast. I don't know.
There you go.
But
I'll find a way. I'll find a way.
so
EUC
you also
Vibes
know
is in the
Marty.
house. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Marty had that V13, and he let me ride it, but the settings were all screwed up, and it's kind of super funny actually. So we're riding it up, and we put pedal softness to 0, and because we don't want softness, we want that all the way down, and all the stuff that the way it seemed like it should go. We get all the way to the lodge. The thing would max out at 37 miles an hour, and then it would tilt back. And it said on the screen 37. And I looked down at the display. I hit 37. Exclamation mark comes up, and it's tilting back. So we decide maybe something up with the firmware. We update the firmware. So to update the firmware, it says place the wheel upright. So I try it. I try it again with it balancing, without it balancing upright, and all that stuff. Finally, I think our buddy Chris said, lay it down, because, all wheels, you're supposed to lay them down to update the firmware. And that worked. But then why does the screen say, place it upright?
Translation. Lost in translation.
Pedal softness is supposed to be at a maximum, and then you get the full speed. So I never really got to try V13 the way it's supposed to be. But Dawn has it right now, and she's got everything together for it. So,
and she says, I'm loving the V13 right now. That was her last comment right here. Well, one of her comments.
Yeah, it felt pretty good.
It did. Well, Leo's in the house. What's up, Leo? So Don says he can't catch me, so he'll never get it back. She's not giving the V13 back to Marty.
Marty, if you're listening, Marty's actually, I think, in a movie right now, but if he is listening to the other playback, just grab your Master Pro, and she'll run out of battery. You'll
That's a fair point. She can't outrun you forever. Just keep her in sight. It
takes like an hour and a half to recharge. So
so Seth said, I just found out today you cut out. Oh, he's talking about, Francisco's cut out in the tunnel. Yeah, it hurt. That's for sure. So you had one of the fastest times, and as a matter of fact, here I'm gonna go to this right here because I got something queued up. Let me hit this, then hit this.
Bro, I set the track record. No, you didn't.
Can you see that?
Track record already. For the day. Somebody still has time to beat me on it. There's more qualifications, but
that's our
I got
video
117, and the second fastest qualifier today was 123.
117.
Roger's the one to watch, it looks like.
The thing I was proud of was the fastest device around that racetrack are those skateboards.
Hold on a second. Let me stop this. There we go.
And only one e-skate was faster than me around the track.
Yeah. Really?
So that's something.
That's definitely something, Roger.
Guys.
Those things.
Those are the guys I was practicing with. That's how I got to be as good as I was. Because LA e-skate, those guys they're fun to hang with, and practicing with somebody faster than you is
smart.
It's the most helpful way to get faster yourself.
Yeah. Well, guys, I just thought about it because people always tell me after. They're like, well, I don't know this, I don't know that. So if you're in the world of EUC, then you know who Roger Hajali is. If you're not, I'm going to tell you that Roger is one of the Night Riders, as you can see on his shirt there.
Wait,
Other side, yep.
Dyslexic. It's inverted on the video.
He was the fastest at AVS, even though he got hit by someone's wheel. U-Stride. He got torpedoed by U-Stride's wheel and taken out before he could actually race. But his time was 1:17, and I believe even after us leaving, like you said, the only one that had beaten him was on E-Skate. And if you've seen those guys, they're incredibly fast. So it was very impressive, the score that you got, Roger. And it was very impressive that how you affected everyone, because everyone there was waiting to see if they could beat you. I saw the anxiety that you put onto other people's face, especially one U-Stride. He was
See, U-Stride knew he wasn't going to win the race. He was there to have fun. It's cool. So, and I mean, the same thing with like Zen and a bunch of the other guys that were really competitive in previous years. After the qualifications, they realized that the game has changed. So, I mean, this year I put a street tire on my wheel and I practiced, and I'm not the only one that did that. So there were a lot of people who upped their games. And I mean, I put in plenty of time running laps, and I wasn't wobbling on turns, and I wasn't getting nervous. I wasn't, I mean, when we were at Amped, I had to push hard to stay competitive. And at AVS, I didn't really have to push. I was just relaxed the whole time. So I didn't have any dips at AVS. At Amped, I probably had 3 or 4 going around the track. One of them was caught by Jack, Electric Dreams, as I was passing him on his 360 camera, and he showed me later on my wheel just.
Oh, that's scary. That's very scary.
But I had quite a few of those because I had to in order to keep up with these other guys on the straightaways, and I was always doing as good as I could do in the corners, but with a knobby, I had no idea how big a difference the tire actually makes. So when we got to ABS, anybody that had a knobby on their tire, I just sort of wrote them off.
Wow, that big of a difference, huh?
It was for that track specifically, yes, because it helps you get through the turns without leaning the wheel. Right. So if you're just listening at AVS, you could hear those pedals scraping around the corner.
Yeah.
I didn't scrape once.
Wow. Okay. Uh-oh, you froze.
You have your wheel set up and everything.
You're back.
It's a Wait, was I gone?
You were froze for a second. You're good now.
Jacket. Okay, but yeah, I'm just saying I didn't scrape once, and the reason is because I had my wheel set up the right way to get around the track as fast as possible.
Okay, and I can vouch for that. The wobbles in the corners. As a novice racer, I'm not really a racer. I did good on the indoor track that we did, in 2020, but as far as outdoors, I haven't even tried. But doing the AVS track and just going around it, I went around it on the S22 and I went around it on the Sherman S. And both times going into those corners, controlling the wobbles was difficult. And I could see what you mean. You have to practice and have the right tire, in order to really eliminate those wobbles. And those are the key for winning races. Because the guys who had that down packed, who were good already as far as making those sharp corners without wobbling, I was just cruising and riding anyway. I was like racing out there, but they were blowing by me, even in corners. I'm like, oh my God, I can't turn the corner that fast because I'm like wobble, 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 wobble. I'm like, oh no, I ain't doing that. So I can appreciate how you were making it happen out there. And I can see why people want a street tire if they're racing.
Yeah, but they also do fine in the dirt. Makes it that much more exciting.
Yeah. See, I definitely like that knobby tire, especially on the off-road. Hold on. Seth, I missed that, Seth. I'm behind in the comments. He said Marty's bringing the V13 to the M10 Games, and we'll let that be the segue. So at Amped, we had a little preview. On the side, I remember at one point we had the M10-2, the M10-3, the M10-4, and several other wheels that are a little bit bigger. The V8, T4. I think, the T4. We had a few smaller wheels there, but it was the small wheel gang we were talking about. Next thing I hear, bam, M10 Games. Talk about the M10 Games. Tell me about that, Roger.
Well, it started just like I invited a few of the night riders over to my place, and I said, this is what we're doing. We're going to have a little bit of fun. And then Dan, who is the leader of the night riders, decided to run with that. So he started calling up sponsors, and he got Amped Electric Games into it. And then they started calling sponsors and organizing something. And before I knew it, we had 2 M10-4s to give away, a whole bunch of prizes and goodies. And now all of a sudden I feel like it's important. I actually set up a pretty good track, and we've got all these volunteers coming out to help put things together on Saturday night. The thing I'm most thankful for is Dan was telling everybody 5 o'clock. That's what time I closed my store. So I wouldn't have anything ready at 5 o'clock. So Seth, I think, accidentally put 7 o'clock because I don't know, time zone things or whatever. So
yeah,
hopefully people show up at 7, and I asked the volunteers to all show up at 5.
Yeah. Oh, Nathan from Rev Rides. He said, sorry I'm late to the party, but I closed for the day and excited to watch the show. Welcome, Nate. Welcome, man. Good to see you, buddy.
When Nathan shows up. But yeah, I had a good time hanging out with him and the gang over at the Rev Rides house during AVS.
Yes. We had a really good time at the AVS house. At AVS, at the Rev Rides house, also at the Amped Electric Games house. Both houses, we were back and forth and had a really good time. It was fun to be had. We have a lot of teams going on for racing. And I really appreciate the fact that, everybody's competing, but at the same time, everybody is on the same team. A lot of camaraderie. We had people playing the piano. We had people singing in the background. Don, Nick.
Don't forget our seltzer tasting. We had all these different flavors of seltzer, hard seltzer, and we opened up like all of them and tasting them. And then everybody walked away, and I'm like carrying 2 in each hand, and I'm like, I can't waste anything.
I got there. I'm like, how many does Roger have? Like,
whatever we opened that didn't get taken and walked away with, I ended up drinking for the good of the community.
Oh man. So
but yeah, let's see. We also at AVS, there was so much like kind of parking lot fun and chit-chatting and cooking of burgers and tacos and stuff. That was which is kind of necessary because that place is in the middle of nowhere. So I mean, I heard about these people coming in from all over, and I'm like, they know that they're coming into the middle of nowhere. And I felt bad for them. I'm like, these people are going to be so disappointed. And you were one of the people I was worried about. So I'm like, he's going to come all the way out here and be stuck in the middle of the desert. But we turned that place into a fun little oasis in the middle of nothing.
And that's funny you say that, because that's exactly how I felt. I felt like it was our fun oasis. We had the strip was going on. When you rode around, there was somebody doing something always, and it was a lot of fun, and I really, really had a good time. I'm so glad I made it out there. But I did notice that we were in the middle of nowhere. I was like, there's a dust bowl out here. I don't know. But I had tumbleweeds rolling by. No, it was fun, though. It was a lot of fun. And if you guys haven't made a big event, I mean, as we're mentioning these events, put them on your calendar. We have a couple of Amped Electric Game events this year. that are definitely must go tos. My Real Life Rally event over this way. I mean, there's just so many events that are coming up, and we're starting with this M10 Games coming up this weekend. So I really hope that you guys have a chance to make it to some of these events because we have a good time. That's for sure. So, Roger, Kurt Flirt 2 is asking, Roger, do you think you can actually beat Show?
I didn't have a problem catching up to him when he had like a half a lap head start during practice. And if you're going to tell me he was going slow, that's fine, but I wasn't going